Oh my god, I just realized I trolled. Look, this person actually hit master. Look, you see? So despite limitations of the champion, you can still hit master by simply spamming. Because Gwen, again, like I said, it's not Mundo. It's a good champion. It's not. It's like I would not say Gwen is a weak champion, but it's not Mundo. And I'm telling you, if this guy picks up Mundo and does his 7,500 gains per season over 5 years, I would not be surprised if he will be like low to mid level master tier player. Because obviously the champion is just way too strong. Mundo, I mean, right? And obviously, as you keep playing, you kind of, even though you're not proactively learning, you will learn a little bit. But I have to say, most of the power comes from not becoming efficient, but by spamming. And like this person is 100% proof of this. And like I said, like I met this Russian chick on the Russian server and she was exactly the same. I watched the replay. It was just like the most basic thing you can think of. It was like, I think Scenarios was said in one of his videos. He was like, oh, if you just farm 10 CS per minute and just don't die, that's enough to get you into high elo. Yeah, because like how many people in here can just farm well and just not die? And then only make plays that are like omega safe. You can, again, you can pick like Mundo, and cleaver farming is just basically what he's proposing. You're gonna cleaver farm. This champ is omega OP. Like you buy first item Warmog, that's it, you're unkillable. Just go farm. You can definitely get to 10 CS per minute, like maybe 9 to 10 CS per minute, 0 deaths. So what's the secret sauce? How do I win the loser's queue? Well, there is no way to win the loser's queue. You just spam games and that's it. As I demonstrated in the video where he himself was omega losing the game, and then he said, whoopsie, and now I'm going to go next game. So the secret is not his magical mechanics or magical knowledge of fundamentals of the game. The secret was the next game. So if the game goes south, there's nothing you can do. Go ahead and play next game. Now, the problem is League of Legends as a game is not designed. It's designed for unemployed people who have abundance amount of time, or people who are not doing really well in high school or college. They're not very interested in their career. All they want to do is have fun. That means playing video games is their priority. So that means they can definitely throw away 3 hours, 5 hours of their time. They don't care about it. But for busy professionals who prioritize gym, who prioritize knowledge, who prioritize their professions, who have things outside of League of Legends, this becomes a no-go, because playing 2 games, that's like 2 hours. And if they all go south, at that point you are so demoralized, because those 2 hours you can't get back. And you get stuck in this rage cycle, which is why I'm selling. It's like this game is just not really a playable game because the cost is so high. Like this 1 hour per game is just way too high. And also you get hostaged. You also can't leave the game. Like if they allow you to simply AFK without punishment, that would be, to me, I would say yes, much more playable game at that level. Or if you can dodge games without having penalties, I would say yes, that's a playable game. Why? Because you look at your team is like Shaco ADC, Nami jungle, and the enemy is like full stack LCS, pretty much LCK style team with Nautilus, like the usual Nautilus. Galio mid lane, top lane is like some bullshit like Malphite or Mundo, and then jungle is like Amumu or some shit like that, and then ADC is like Twitch. Well, you're just gonna lose the game, and that's it. At that point, you need to minimize your costs. At that point, you simply exit the game, that's it, and start a new lobby. if that was the case, okay, you could make a logical case that this game is somehow playable because you can minimize the costs. But the reality is that you dodge one time 6 minutes. That's already long because with relogging, like relogging takes 2 minutes at least, even with a good computer, because my computer is quite good. It's still 2 minutes, so that means you're now plus the queuing. That's another half a minute, right? So that means now one dodge is like 10 minutes gone. And then if you second dodge, you have to wait for another 30 minutes. That's why I tell people do not get attached to accounts, because the way to play it efficiently, you have to be able to dodge. Dodging is very, very strong antidote to engagement optimized matchmaking system, and just battling this omega inefficiency of the game. Dodging is one of the ways of doing it. And the second problem is, like, the game goes south. I mean, you're talking about, like, you know the games what I'm talking about. Like, everyone is hard feeding. They have all the objectives. There is nothing you can do to win. And they keep hostaging you. One thing is like your teammates hostaging you. Second thing is that the enemy sometimes doesn't want to win because, I don't know, their Nasus wants to stack 2,000 stacks and you're stuck there sitting there for 1 hour waiting until they finish the game. Because Nasus just decided to, hey. And I'll show you an example of this. Look. Yeah, so this game here, I'm going to link it in the description below. And this game was won. Like, look at the score, 38-63. He's on like 2,000 stacks, and he's like, once he reached like the game was won at about 20 minutes, honestly. Like, at that point he was already so far ahead on. If you don't stop Nasus to get 1,000 stacks and your team is not hard feeding, which was not the case in this game, there is no way for you to lose the game as Nasus. At that stage, just roll them and that's it, win the game. But he decided to troll and go for 2,000 stacks, and their Jhin went AFK because I don't know the reason why he went AFK. I didn't really pay attention to that stuff, and he hostaged both because his team cannot win 3 versus 5, so they need Nasus to be in the fight, and the enemy was not surrendering. Even though the score is like, this game is impossible to lose for Nasus team. Impossible. Because they have all the dragons, they have all the objectives, right? So he was sole decider how long the game is going to take. And he decided to troll and go for 2,000 stacks, which dragged the game for another 25 minutes. And you see what I'm saying? Is like, there is no antidote for this in League of Legends at all. You have to simply, like, just soldier it out. And again, 25 minutes for a person who has nothing other than playing League of Legends is like whatever, right? But for a busy person who values his time, it is unbearable how long it is. Because you have to remember, my set of study is 25 minutes. And I learn things like Docker, I learn things like, time stack tables, things like what I'm saying is that these skills are valuable on the market and push you into 6-figure salaries. So spending this 25 minutes watching this guy CS and hoping that he's gonna join the team fight is kind of very expensive for you. You're not getting any dopamine, you're not getting any rest, you are just frustrated. So that's what I'm saying, is that League of Legends has a lot of those kind of problems with the game that cause you to, like, at this stage I just borderline tell you that the game is simply not playable. Unless you are unemployed or you have nothing better to do. I'm talking about you're just like a kid who is not interested in education, you don't want to work, you're not planning to ever work, you don't think about going to college, you don't think about high-paying job, you're not interested, like, you have, I don't know how to explain it, like, I don't know how to explain this type of person because I'm not that person, but like, if you genuinely, the only thing you're interested is having fun, then okay, because you have nothing else to do, just, you're probably gonna be like happy about this game because, oh my god, look, I played with Nasus who reached 2,000 stacks. Oh wow. But to me, it's like, dude, like, just finish the game. Just please finish the game, and that's it. Because when I see that the enemy, like when I played League, like, right, and I see that the enemy is just stacked with feeders, I want to finish the game as fast as possible because that game is already won at the lobby. There's not much I'm going to learn because, surprise, surprise, that 06 Lee Sin is going to run into me and he's going to do some stupid shit, and I'm simply going to right click him as Tryndamere and he's going to die. That's it. And believe me, after 2.5 minutes, he's going to show up from jungle and do the same shit again. I don't learn anything. The enemy is stuck. I understand. I've been there. Finish the game. Right? But you see what I'm saying is that's why, like, I'm telling you, like, this game is just not playable. But okay, going back to the main topic is that spamming games for sure works because look, this guy picked Master, and on Gwen, telling you if this guy picks Mundo, rank 1 basically. Take care, bye bye.